Hello. I'm gonna try to make a quick message because I've been trying to leave messages for the past few days, but I keep wandering off, and it's been long messages, and I don't want a long message. So I'm just trying to make this quick. I just want to say, don't give up and keep going. Okay, that is probably that is probably always a message that you hear all the time, but this is serious. This is serious. Um, some people is in between. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, this is why I be wandering off and this is why I haven't dabbled into ministry as much as I could as far as speaking roles, because it's hard for me to, if I go to using my life as an example, then I wander off because I want people to really understand where I'm coming from. So now I've realized I need to try to find examples, real examples. But I'm gonna just use my life this one last time, and then I'm gonna start learning how to, use other examples. But say for instance, in my life, for instance, like I do different things. I literally do different things. So when I get tired and say I'm tired, I'm really tired. Like I ran not even ideas. You don't run out of ideas or options, but I just tired. You don't want to use no more ideas. You don't want to use any more options. You don't want to use any more resources. You don't want to use. You know what I'm saying? And so, or maybe God is just trying to, just trying to bring something new in you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like what my hair situation, I'll sit here and be like, well, at first I'm okay with it now, but at first I was getting mad because I can't never have enough money to get my hair done. And so I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be 2 years. I ain't do nothing to my hair right now. It's like about a year and a half now, but it's gonna be 2 years and I ain't do nothing to my hair and stuff like that. And then people is just like, or newer people that I'm meeting now, they're like, just why won't you do it yourself? And then I'm like, a light bulb comes because I'm not a hairstylist, so it don't click in my head to do my own hair. I don't know. I've always been. That's why I'm a director, because whatever you do, I know how to make use of you. So. That wasn't even in my thought process. So what I do though, I'll sit here and do this, like try to twist it up and stuff like that. But and that's why it look, as neat as it do now. But it's a lot of new growth. It's to the point where I'll make it new. This is too like you probably can't really see it. Let's see if I can pull it on out. It's all new growth. I twisted this up, and that's the edge. So it's 2 years worth of growth in here. And I'm telling people, that's when I went telling people, well, I'm kind of liking the fact that I haven't done it, because now I'm twisting it up, making them thicker so they won't pull apart. So, because my hair way longer than this. But it's just, once they start pulling apart, I'll pull it, and I just won't sew it back on or nothing. I just let it go. And so my hair literally could be longer than this, but it's been pulling apart. So now, since it's been so long, I was able to join something together. So now it's thicker, so it won't be pulling apart no more. So what I have now is just going to be growing and growing and growing and get longer and longer. It depends what I do, if I don't cut it or nothing, because I do miss having wigs and inches and all that stuff. Hairstyles and plaits now. No, not braids necessarily, but all that other stuff. But okay. I go to talk about myself, then wander off, and this is why I haven't been making these videos. Now I gotta remember what I was talking about. But yeah, basically like the newer basically it's ways to work around whatever it is that you got going on. And so never give up, because there's options. But another example where I won't wander off. Okay, so so yeah, like I was saying, I do a lot of different stuff. So when I say I'm tired, I'm really tired. So I do film, I write books, I have cosmetics line, t-shirt line, all that, do events and stuff like that. And I used to think, okay, I'm going to do these few things and everything else is finna, you know what I'm saying? But no. Some people get intimidated. Some people study you. Some people really don't be intimidated by you at first. They be all right with you, and then they get intimidated by you and then start trying to delay you, and then you can't trust them no more. And it's sad. And it don't make you want to quit or give up. It just gets you discouraged to a level, because now there's more people you gonna meet. And is everybody gonna be like that? Or, you know what I'm saying? And me, why it's so hard for me, because I'm the type of person that's why I had to go from Ranisha to Raina, because Ranisha gonna handle up. You feel me? Raina, she gonna smile, think about it, and use wisdom. And sometimes when you use wisdom, it comes with time. And then, you know, so Raina, it's very pure too, so it's a little different. So it's just like, you know, in the film industry, it's like people won't cut you loose or let you go. They'll just keep trying to stay connected to you and really be dead weight for real. And so it's just like, it's really like, yeah, really dead weight, because all they doing is adding more insult to anything than actually being a blessing. So it's just like, yeah, it's get discouraging. So it's frustrating. And then you got corporation. When you work for a company or corporation, you know, when you don't really know what's what, and you don't really need to know. It really, that part doesn't matter. But what matters is the projection part. You know, you gotta always let people know that God's in control. You're not trying to take nobody's job, and that don't get frustrating and overwhelming. And that projection is like, I don't want what you got. What God has for me is what I want. I want what God has for me, and what's for me. What God has for me is for me. Can't nobody take it, stop it, block it, move it, shake it, nothing. So my thing is just like, when you're in the mix of like, of a situation in one area, a situation in another area, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, I can't live and eat whatever feel I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta realize, like, all this other stuff I'm putting money in, but I need money to come out. I need supporters. I really need people, teams and stuff. I don't need users, abusers, accusers, manipulators. I don't need none of that. So all that stuff can get frustrating to the point where a person who don't got God in their life, they might just be like, well, I don't fit in nowhere, I'm leaving. And they can, you know, get rid of themselves. And the older I get, the more I'm just like, I'm at peace with it. I used to try to fight for it and, you know, like try to be an advocate for it and all that stuff. But the older I get, I realize this world is a jacked up place. So, hey, you know, do what you want to do. But at the same time, you know, I'm making this now just so, you know, in obedience to God. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do things in obedience than to, you know, just do my own will, because look what I just said, you know, because I fall in that category too, where I get tired. Like, I get tired, and I'm tired of warning people, I'm tired of telling people, I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, and all people do is just send me more loads of stuff. You're not sending me answers, you're just loading me up with more stuff to get frustrated. Even if it's, you know, even if you think you're doing the act of God, it's still not it's not doing anything. And so, so a lot of stuff just be distractions and really get in your way. And it's not adding up to anything. It's not making a difference. And so me, I have God. So that's why I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's leader be. You know, I surrender. But I would say, you know, have God in Christ in your life. Let him lead you. You got to have that relationship with him. That way you know what to do. Because other people, they'll have their desires for you, mainly just not to get in their way. But that has nothing to do with you. In film, a lot of people like to be connected to you and work around you, which is still another form of dead weight. Because it's like, if we're not collaborating, then you are technically competition. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't make nobody my competition. You either with me or you just doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stopping you. I don't give a damn. I just gotta focus on what's in front of me. And so you know, you just gotta pray. You just gotta pray. Just gotta pray. Because my thing is, the same thing that got to me, and I'm talking about on a level where it's like, because forgiveness is going to be important, but what got to me, I can't let that happen again. Because If I let it happen again, then I'm gonna have to invite everybody in. And a lot of people like to sabotage you or do their plan on you in private. So I'm just trying to see this plan is not gonna work on me. So it could be interesting, but if I, it depends on perspective. I could be frustrated by it, but I find it interesting because it's like, just be honest and be a person of God. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a real person of God. It may not look like it. That's why I'd be frustrated, because a lot of people feel like they can try me because of my past. And, because I was a demon before I was an angel. And a lot of people, when it comes to guys, they want to try me because of that demon or whatever. That spirit, the incubus, succubus spirit, whatever it was. And then when it comes to, I guess film people just look at me. You're going to underestimate me. You're going to really think, you know what I'm saying? But the power of God is my strength. God is my joy. And that's why, I can always be like, this is coming out. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. It's just not stopping, And so this is quite interesting. It's quite interesting. But in Christ, you're a new being. You're a new creature. So you always have to keep going. And he's going to give you something to keep going. It gets interesting. That's why you got to keep going, because it's not going to stop nothing. You're not stuck. We serve an unfailing God. Things are going to work out. Amen. In my mind was saying to say sooner or later, but I just say it's going to work out. Don't put a time limit on it. It's going to work out.